Mixed martial arts is one of America's fastest growing sports, with fights that are fast paced in a caged world where fighters knock out or beat their opponent into submission with a series of kicks, jabs, and body slams. Gene Mills is a four-time All-American and says that variety makes the sport of MMA more entertaining.
Well, you have the best of boxing, you have the best of Muay Thai, you have the best of wrestling, the best of submission, with jiu-jitsu and grappling. I mean, you have the best of everything, and what is going to win that fight? We don't know what's going to win it.
MMA is slowly growing into a billion-dollar industry, expanding to video games like UFC Undisputed 3. TV shows featuring Ultimate Fighter championships on Spike TV.
The Ultimate Fighter.
And UFC recently signed a 7-year multi-million-dollar contract with Fox, but New York State has refused year after year to lift the ban on MMA.
I don't know what's holding them up. I think it's kind of ridiculous. I think it would be a phenomenal revenue stream for the state of New York to allow it.
New York is one of only 5 states in the U.S. where MMA is still illegal. Banned in 1997 for being unsafe, what led to critics in Albany calling MMA a blood sport and human cockfighting.
They're giving a prize of $75,000 at their large events to the best knockout of the evening. They're rewarding the best concussion.
Former professional MMA fighter Mark Gervais is now an MMA trainer at Pin to Win in Phoenix, New York. He says the idea of modern MMA as no holds barred couldn't be further from the truth.
There was a time when this sport probably was a little too dangerous, when it was the old style, when they didn't use the correct protective equipment, there wasn't unified rules and that sort of thing. But now there's unified rules for the sport. There's proper protective equipment to keep these guys safe.
MMA is one of the hottest sports out right now, and many critics would say it's extremely dangerous because they're not just fighting to win, they're fighting to knock out their opponent, and some trainers would agree.
The purpose is to incapacitate your opponent. It isn't to pin them, it isn't to tackle them, it's to incapacitate them, to knock them unconscious or to force them into tapping themselves out. That's something you would see on the outside of a bar.
Even though some athletic trainers and assemblymen are against legalizing MMA in New York, Mark remains optimistic. One day, the MMA ban will be lifted.
It's just a matter of time before it's legal.
In Syracuse, New York, Charles Dixon, NCC News.